Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of York. My name is Shawn Fink. I'm the chair of the worship committee, and I use she, her pronouns. Before we enter into our worship time together, there are a few announcements we want to share about our community here at UUCY. First of all, if you have come to UUCY today with children, we are delighted to have you. Our nursery is always available for children aged 4 and younger. You can also sign your child up for religious education at uucy.org/registration. It's never too late to sign up to help and volunteer in the classroom as well. Families of 8th and 9th grade youth and adults interested in Our Whole Lives, or OWL as we call it, sexuality education programs in 2025 should mark your calendars. And orientation for 8th and 9th grade OWL will happen in March in preparation for the program launch in the fall. Adult OWL will be held on Saturdays from 10 to 12 in the Carriage House, which is back there if you're new here, starting on February 22nd. Email owl@uucy.org with questions or to request more information. Life is fragile, handle with care is the theme of our 2025 UUCY Stewardship Campaign. The pledge drive goal for this year is $225,000. Those who pledge by February 24th or increase by 6% or 10% will be entered into 3 raffles for Giant or Wise script cards. Year-end giving statements and pledge cards are now available in the sanctuary lobby. If you have any questions, feel free to email stewardship@uucy.org or reach out to the co-chairs, Mary Rosario or Don Callow. Do you feel ready to officially join UUCY as a member? Our Pathway to Membership series is starting again soon. Those interested will be invited to begin Part 1 online at their own pace before gathering in person for Parts 2 and 3 on Saturday, February 8th and Saturday, March 22nd. Visit our welcome desk or email membership@uucy.org for information or to sign up. Additionally, this is very important to listen. Coffee hour will be across the way in the Carriage House today. Please take yourselves and walk over or take the elevator if you need it to get downstairs. Once over there, there will be coffee, there's a used book sale, and you can check out Carol Stowell's art exhibit. Now that we've addressed business, let's begin to turn our attention to worship. Again, I'm Shawn Fink, and I'll be helping to lead the service this morning. Whoever you are, whoever you love, we are glad your faith journey brought you here today. The mission of this congregation is to nurture a loving community, inspire lifelong spiritual and personal growth, and act for a better world. We welcome all of you joining us in person or online. If you're joining us for the first time, we invite you to visit our welcome desk to fill out a visitor card or send an email to visitor@uucy.org so that we can get to know you. We invite you to bring your whole self into the sanctuary space with us. If you're here in the sanctuary with us, please remember to set your devices to worship mode, silent or vibrate. If it would be helpful for you or any in your party to sketch or color or enjoy another centering activity, we have a spirit work cart in the back of the sanctuary. Check it out anytime. Let us mark this time sacred by our presence, by taking a collective breath. Again, welcome to UUCY.
Good morning again, everybody. My name is Katelyn Kireta. My pronouns are she, her. And thank you for coming to join us today to honor Imbolc. When Weeping Beach meets, we often take a moment to ground and center our energy, much like we do here in this sanctuary when we take our collective breath, to align with each other and with this space, and to attune with the rhythms of the earth. I invite you to listen to one of my favorite chants, songs. Please feel free to sing along.
Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, water, my blood, my breath and fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath and fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath and fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. Earth, our body, water, our blood, air, our breath, and fire, our spirit. Earth, our body, water, our blood, air, our breath, and fire, our spirit. Fire, our spirit. Earth, our body, water, our blood, air, our breath, and fire, our spirit. Earth, our body, water, our blood, air, our breath, and fire, our spirit. Earth, our body, water, our blood, air, our breath, and fire, our spirit. Earth, our body, water, our blood, air, our breath, and fire, our spirit. Earth, our body, water, our blood, air, our breath, and fire, our spirit. Earth, our body, water, our blood, air, our breath, and fire, our spirit. Earth, our body, water, our blood, air, our breath, and fire, our spirit. Earth, our body, water, our blood, air, our breath, and fire, our spirit.
As we light the chalice, the symbol of our living tradition here in the sanctuary, you are also invited to light a candle or chalice of your own if you are joining us remotely. This morning, our words are entitled Vessels of Life-Saving Welcome by Michael J. Tino. The flaming chalice was first used by the Unitarian Service Committee as a symbol of life-saving refuge for people fleeing persecution in Europe. As we light this chalice, we invoke the love that called people to put their lives at risk to save others. May we be vessels of life-saving welcome. Join us in taking a deep breath and exhale. Feel the earth beneath our feet, the limitless energy and the quickening of the early spring as we align to the energy of Imbolc, the ancient Celtic celebration that signals the darkness of winter drawing to a close.
Today we ask that you join us in standing and visualizing a brilliant light within each of us. The light expands and fills this space with the collective energy of our unified light. This light is protective, safe, and sacred, and any thoughts or actions we bring forth today will be beneficial and correct. Our intentions will help us to align with the highest path of our own well-being.
As we visualize this light, it creates a boundary, a sacred space of love and protection.
Within our boundary, we walk between the worlds. We give thanks to those who are here to help us walk our highest paths for our greater good.
We call upon the intelligent energy of the universe and the elements and guides of earth, air, fire, and water to assist us today.
Hail to the spirits of the north, element of earth, steadfast and nourishing. Earth manifests in us as loyalty, faith, sense of responsibility, and ethics. Welcome to our sacred space, spirits of earth.
Hail to the spirits of the east, element of air, invigorating and powerful. Air manifests in us as inspiration, intellect, knowledge, and divine communication. Welcome to our sacred space, spirits of air.
Hail to the spirits of the south, purifying and illuminating. Fire manifests in us as transformation, illumination, health, strength, and creativity. Welcome to our sacred space, spirits of fire.
Hail to the spirits of the west, element of water, healing and cleansing. Water manifests in us as purity, fluidity, and harmony. Welcome to the sacred space, spirits of water. Remain standing and join us in singing hymn 362, Rise Up, O Flame.
Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, bring to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, bring to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, bring to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glowing, bring to us beauty, vision, and joy. Rise up, O flame, by thy light glow, bring to us beauty, vision, and joy.
Here, when the earth stirs from its long slumber, the trees, the animals, and the land awaken in quiet, hesitant movements, first with gentle tremors, then with bolder stretches. There comes a quickening, a surge of life as the pace of nature accelerates, green shoots unfurling, wings flashing in the breeze. The turn of the year, so subtle, becomes visible only to those who are open, in a state of wonder, ready to receive the magic that surrounds us. My elders and mentors have long believed that a childlike sense of awe opens the doors to the unseen, to the mystery and the enchantment woven into the fabric of the world. As winter gives way to the first whispers of spring, it doesn't take much imagination to see the magic. It's all around us, quietly unfolding. Our ancestors attuned to the rhythms of the land. They wove stories to capture the beauty and spirit of Earth Mother, their lives intricately tied to the seasons' shifts. These stories, like the seasons themselves, evolved with the changing of human existence, and through them, we come closer to the heart of nature. After our story, baskets with little packs of Pennsylvania native wildflower seeds and a unique divinatory message for each of you will be passed out by our wonderful ushers. Today, we will infuse those seeds with our intention for ecological health, personal well-being, and balance during our time together today. And you are welcome to plant these seeds in March or April in a safe place to help our land and pollinators. So, to the young and the young at heart, I invite you to come closer and listen, to hear the stories that echo through time, calling us to remember the magic of this living world. Come on up, guys. Come on. We have a friend with us today.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Oh my gosh. Hello. We're going to sit.
So, hi, friends. Thanks for coming up here. Does anybody know what today is? It is Groundhog Day. I brought my friend here. Isn't he cute? Do you want to hold him? Here you go. You can hold him. So what do we do to celebrate Groundhog Day here? What happened this morning? Did anybody watch it this morning? Did you? Oh, wow. So what happened this morning? Did the groundhog see his shadow? Did Punxsutawney Phil see his shadow?
Caitlin. What's your name? What is it?
So
Kayla?
I heard that this morning, Punxsutawney Phil did not see his shadow, and that we are to have 6 more weeks of winter. Did everybody hear that? No? Oh. Well, it was important to our story today, so I made sure to catch all of that this morning. So, for those of you who might not be as familiar with Punxsutawney Phil, or the other divinatory animals here in Pennsylvania, on February 2nd, our friend the groundhog emerges from hibernation, comes out of his den, and predicts whether winter will deliver more cold weather. And so if he sees his shadow, he'll return to hibernation, and cold weather will persist for another few weeks. I did say that, right? I said that wrong. I did. You know, I haven't had coffee this morning. I appreciate all of your patience.
So where did this Groundhog Day stuff come from?
Well, Sean, I'm glad you asked. The Groundhog Day tradition is celebrated in many places in the United States and Canada, and it's well known among people whose ancestors spoke German, especially among the Pennsylvania Dutch. Weather predictions became associated with the beginning of February during ancient times. Do you want to hold the groundhog? There you go.
Thank you for sharing.
And so this tradition comes from parts of Europe that were Celtic in ancient times, but then were later inhabited by Germanic speakers. So back then, they actually believed that weather was predicted by a badger. I don't have a badger friend today, I'm sorry. We'll have to make do with the groundhog. So Groundhog Day, the American tradition, predicts the start of spring, and it has roots in Irish mythology and the pagan holiday of Imbolc. It marks the beginning of spring, and Imbolc is celebrated on February 1st normally, so yesterday. It's associated with the goddess Brigid and her other aspect, the Cailleach. It marks the halfway point between winter solstice and spring equinox, and it's a celebration of the upcoming spring and longer days ahead.
It was said on the eve of Imbolc, February 1st, the goddess Brigid would travel from home to home giving blessings to those who deserved them. People would even leave out milk and food for her, and sometimes they would leave clothing and scarves or fabric out for her to bless. She was believed to have the power to shift the season from the months of darkness to the months of light, and people would light candles to symbolize this.
Mm-hmm. It does. I love the whole bringing the light in to usher in the spring. Many people believe that the Cailleach, I have her up here if you want to take a look. She's up there there's a statue of her. And Brigid are the same. But Brigid is associated with the spring, and the Cailleach is associated with winter. So the story is a battle between winter and spring. So in Celtic myth, the Cailleach gathered firewood for the rest of the winter on February 1st. She wished that winter would last longer and would ensure that February 1st was bright and sunny. And it was pretty bright and sunny yesterday. If the day was dark and cloudy, it meant that she would sleep and be unable to gather more firewood. So spring would arrive sooner. So the weather was nice yesterday, wasn't it? Did you go outside and play yesterday? Did you play outside yesterday too? Oh, it was so nice outside. So I think that means that the firewood was plentiful. There was a lot of firewood gathered that day. So it kind of aligns with what Punxsutawney Phil predicted, right? The groundhog, because he said winter's gonna stay. Okay, guys. So I have something for you. Did you wanna have some seeds for you guys to take back? Some for you. There you go. Be careful with those.
So take these packets of seeds with you back to your seats, and everyone in the audience, it's like Oprah. You get one, and you get one, and you get one,
and you get a packet of seeds.
You're going to all get seeds today.
Yes.
And remember the story of the Cailleach, and Bridget tells us that spring is on the way, and each day will get a little bit longer. And we'll have a little more sun every day, which is my favorite part.
It'll be nice. Do you want to borrow our friend the groundhog and take the groundhog with you? You can. Go ahead.
Bring it up at the end.
You can bring it up at the end.
Take it back to your seat.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Okay. Thank you.
Our reading this morning is The Fifth Sacred Thing by Starhawk. All people, all living things are part of the earth life, and so are sacred. No one of us stands higher or lower than any other. Only justice can assure balance. Only ecological balance can sustain freedom. Only in freedom can that fifth sacred thing we call spirit flourish in all its full diversity. To honor the sacred is to create conditions in which nourishment, sustenance, habitat, knowledge, freedom, and beauty can thrive. To honor the sacred is to make love possible. To this, we dedicate our curiosity, our will, our courage, our silences, and our voices. To this, we dedicate our lives.
We spoke a little bit already about the Cailleach. The Cailleach is an ancient Celtic goddess depicting the dark winter. The crone aspect of the darkness and cold may be harsh, but it's necessary for balance. Dark is the harbinger of rest, transformation. And Bridget is the more well-known aspect of this Celtic archetype. While there are many depictions and opinions, some believe that the Cailleach and Bridget are the points opposing one another on the spectrum of the seasons. All parts of the spectrum are valid and should be celebrated. This concept rings true in every part of life. There is great beauty within all versions of deity and all versions of our true selves. I disagree that the Dark Mother archetype is negative or scary. I believe she is powerful. Just like the duality of nature, there cannot be one without the other. I ask you, in what ways can you bring Bridget's healing light into your life? And also, how can you embody the formidable, powerful, transformative energy of the Cailleach? Both energies encourage you to remember your own sacred and divine power. And you can call upon the Dark Mother and the Bright Goddess to remember that you are valid, worthy, and celebrated as your true selves. I invite you to take a moment, take another breath, and if you're drawn to, focus some of your intentions into the wildflower seeds that you've been given. Envision growth, quickening, balance, health, protection, abundance. The seed is the perfect focus for this. As we finish here today, you'll take your seeds with you, and you'll find within your packet there is a message for you. Since divination has long been associated with this time of year, and Punxsutawney Phil, the great seer of seers, is proof that the tradition of divination has been carried through the years. Yes, he's also called the prognosticator. I also saw prognosticating whistle pig, which I enjoyed very much. As we sow seeds of hope and resilience, may the blessings help us, help the land, the bees, and may we remember the beauty of the entire cycle and the whole spectrum. So mote it be. Lisa will lead us in hymn number 163, in your gray hymnal, For the Earth Forever Turning.
Thank you to all the visitors who are here today. I'm going a little off script to just let you know that this is one example of how our services go. We have a guest. Typically, we have Reverend Kristen here. So if you're new and you're interested and open-minded, please come back next Sunday and get a totally different message and experience a completely different Sunday morning. We now move into an act of generosity as we collect our weekly offering. Each week, we commit to share our offering with a community organization that upholds our values. This month, for the month of February, our Share the Plate partner is Building Bridges for Brianna. Matt Dorgan, their representative, will tell us more about their important work. Matt, want to come up?
Thank you guys for having me out today. Tell you a little bit about us. We kind of started in December 27th of 2020 for mental health. Unfortunately, we started with a tragedy. I lost my 15-year-old daughter to suicide December 3rd, 2020. So a couple of days after she passed away, we formed Building Bridges for Brianna. And our idea was, as we were cleaning up my house and packing up her room, we were all getting mad because we all lost somebody to suicide. Everybody that was sitting in there lost either a loved one, a family member, a friend. I lost several friends over the years, and now we just lost a 15-year-old child because they felt they had no hope left in life, and they had no drive, and they didn't realize how important they were. So we wanted to do something. We had no idea what that was going to be. So we decided, let's raise some funds and give back to the community. So we held a festival the first year, 6 months after she passed. And that's when we were blown away of how the community needed help. We had 1,500 people that showed up. We had food trucks, raffles, live entertainment. I mean, it was phenomenal, but everybody was walking around talking about mental health. And I'm sure my team got pretty upset at me because after we got done, a long day in the park, I went home, started answering Facebook messages and emails and text messages. So probably about 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm texting everybody, hey, buckle your seatbelts, we're going for a ride. We're going to see how far we can take this thing. So we started actually paying for co-pays with some of the funds that were raised, coping mechanisms. We wanted people to continue going through their treatment. They didn't want to stop because of the money. Insurance can be a hurdle. Let's just go through that and get that going. And then we started expanding it and started doing some other trainings, QPR training, question, persuade, refer. Just really kind of like CPR for the mental health that anybody can take. We wanted to see, okay, my mentality is go big, go home. And I told my team, we're not going home. So what more can we do, right? Brianna always wanted to be a therapist. That's the one thing she always wanted to do. She wanted to help people that were dealing with the same things that she was going through. That someday we're going to open an office, and we're going to provide that. Well, a year and a half ago, we were able to open up our first office. And we provide free and reduced therapy and counseling. We don't even go through insurance. We take it completely out of the equation. If anybody calls around now, it's 6 to 8 months to get in. We had somebody contact us yesterday to get in. They're coming in Monday to get seen. We fast track it. So they'll see us. We provide them 4 free sessions. Then we charge $35 a session after that, which anybody that knows about insurance, they're paying a lot more than that. My copay was $75. So we had the first office. We outgrew it in 6 months. We helped over 375 people in the community with the therapy and counseling sessions. We actually had to move to a different office, which is 9 times bigger. So we're in Dallastown. And we just kind of keep on figuring out what to do and how, if there's a hurdle with the mental health system, how are we going to overcome it? So we'll either go around it, over it, or we're going to go through it to figure out how to help people. And then our festival just continues to grow every year. Last year, if anybody remembers the hottest weekend in June last year, that was our festival. I'm still saying this because of Brianna, because I told her, do not make it rain again, because the year before it rained, and she goes, Dad, I got you. We still had 5,000 people that showed up to the festival with over 150 vendors, food trucks, and then this year it's our 5th year, so we're going big, going home. But like I said, we just try to, and we continue going with the medication. We still help people with that. We've helped people with their rent, because they felt, hey, if I can't pay my rent, I'm going to end my life. I'm not going to be homeless. We'll help them get them back on track. And we just try to do it and still have fun while we're talking about mental health, because I guarantee everybody in here knows somebody that's dealing with mental health. You just might not know it. So, yes.
You mentioned the festival a couple times. Where is it?
So it's going to be September 20th. Had to remember because unfortunately we had to move it this year. It's in Dallastown. It's pretty much the Bridge Building Festival. It's going to be right where Dallastown holds their carnival every year. Dallastown Community Park. If you look us up on Facebook, we have the event already up there. I think we're up to 70 vendors already, and 3 bands, and we do a motorcycle and Jeep ride as well. Any other questions? Awesome. Thank you.
The ushers will now collect the offering. If this is your first time visiting us, please feel free to let the basket pass you by. Your presence is a gift.
Blessed Bridget, comest thou in? Bless this house and all of our kin. Bless this house and all of our kin. Protect this house and all within. Blessed Bridget, come into thy bed with a jam at thy heart and a crown on thy head. Awaken the fire within our souls. Awaken the fire that makes us whole. Blessed Bridget, Queen of the fire, help us to manifest our desires. May we bring forth all that's good and fine. May we give birth to our dreams in time. Blessed Bridget, comest thou in? Bless this house and all of our kin, from the source of infinite light. Kindle the flame of our spirits tonight.
Please join us in extinguishing our chalice and your home chalices if you have lit them with these words. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Today we thank all of the elements, elementals, ancestors, and guides that assisted us today, protected our space. Hail and farewell. Hail and farewell to the Cailleach and to Bridget. Thank you for reminding us that winter is temporary and that the light grows with each passing day. Thank you all for honoring Imbolc with us today. May our intentions and positive thoughts help us step boldly into the coming weeks. As each day grows longer, may the seeds we plant be infused with blessings for ourselves and for our earth. Blessed be. The light that we manifested together today can take what you need with you and leave the rest for those that need it and for this space. Now, you're welcome to stay and enjoy our last song offering. If you choose to begin exiting the sanctuary, please do so quietly. Thank you.